Yes. Yeah, good evening all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes.
Yes, sir, clear.
Fine, thank you. So in the yesterday demo session, right? We had a demo session yesterday. We are just briefing you about Python, why Python, who can learn Python, right? Just I'll take just 2 to 5 minutes what we have discussed in the last session. Why Python? I define Python in 5 lines. It's a general purpose programming. It's got a multi-programming. General purpose programming means any kind of applications we can develop, like web applications, automation applications, animation applications, gaming applications, networking applications, right? And it has got multi-programming features. But all the features we see in different other programmings, that those we see in Python. High level language, it is easily understandable, portable, and machine independent. Interpreted language, line by line execution, we are going to see, right? User friendly programming or programmer friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statements. Who can learn Python? There is no prerequisites for learning Python. Anybody can update with Python. Python statements looks like normal English statements, as I said, with very less coding. Yes. So I said there are two types of languages, low level languages and high level languages. Low level languages like assembly level or machine level language, they are not human understandable. They are not portable. Machine dependent, sorry. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating system. They are not portable, not human understandable, right? High level languages. High level languages like Python. They are human understandable. They are human understandable. They are portable and machine independent. They can run on all the hardware and all the operating systems. Python has got multiple programming features like procedural oriented programming, like C language, object oriented programming features like C++, Java, scripting features like Linux shell script, modular programming features like Modular 3. So as part of our course, we are going to discuss like procedural oriented programming with Python, object-oriented programming with Python, scripting, and modular programming with Python. So no need to have any prerequisites. Don't think like you need to have the knowledge on C or C++ and Java, right? Without any programming, right? Just we can update with these things. Okay. So because of this multiple programming features, we call Python as a hybrid language. So we can write many automation scripts using Python. And we have, because of this modular programming modules, thousands of modules, 89,300 modules Python is providing for different environments. Because of these modules only, Python has got a great boom today. Just 1 second. Yes, modules. Separate modules for each and every environment Python is providing. For data science, separate modules Python is providing. Nearly like 10 to 15 modules Python is providing for data science environment like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, CP, Scikit-learn, TensorFlow. In this way, many modules or packages Python is providing for this not only for data science environment, for big data, for networking, for big data, like it is providing packages like PySpark, networking, like a twisted Python, and for testing test cases for operating system, the name of the module itself is OS. For each and every databases, Python is providing a module. For Oracle, a module like CX underscore Oracle, using which we can easily connect with the Oracle database. Python can connect with Oracle, just two statements. And for MySQL, Python is providing PyMySQL. For SQL Server, PyODBC. In this way, for every database, it is providing a module using which we can easily connect with. And for Excel workbook, for working with Excel workbook, creating Excel files, Excel workbook, and creating Excel sheets within that. So we have got separate modules Python is providing. And for not only for Excel files, for CSV, for JSON, XML, PDF files, separate modules Python has got, right, for reading, writing data from that files. And for mathematical operations, math module. For statistical operations, we have got for generating graphs. In today's session, just I will be briefing you some examples related to graphs. Just check how simple the Python code for generating graphs, that too using modules, right? Mhm. So like a normal graph, bar graph, histogram, scatter plot, stack plot, pie graphs, any types of graphs you can generate in a simpler way in Python, right? Okay. So next, what kind of applications we can develop today by using Python? Python mostly used for creation of web applications by using the framework like Django framework. At a rapid speed, you can develop a web application. At a rapid speed, you can develop a web application, that too with very less code. And this Django has got many flexible features. It has got its own database. It has got its own application server. Most of the code, 50% of the code, it is generated by itself. And for automation applications, using technologies like data science, using technologies like IoT, DevOps, all this, the implementation goes in Python. Means we require a language to implement or to code. So Python is the mostly chosen, mostly used programming for this environments. And even for big data, for huge data, like beyond terabytes of data, like petabytes of data is getting generated today. For that storage in processing that huge data in quick time, we have got technologies like Hadoop and Spark, especially Spark, very high speed processing, which has got great boom today. So it is implemented by using Python, by like PySpark. For scientific applications, we have got CP, Scientific Python. And for numerical analysis, we have got NumPy. And for graphical user interface or for animations, we have got models like TK-Inter or PyQt, right? And for gaming or for game development, we have got Pygame, PyCora, and PySoy are some examples of it. And Pygame is a framework especially developed for developing games in Python. And for 3D games, we have got some 3D rendering libraries like PySoy. And for scheduling tasks, we have got Airflow Python is providing. For testing our test cases, for software development, Python is used. For business applications and for developing e-commerce websites, Python is one of the best choice. And database applications, Python can connect with any database. And networking applications, we have got some separate framework like Twisted Python. For web scrapping data from different websites, harvesting data from different websites, that is extracting data, right? So for that, we have got separate modules Python is providing like URL, BS4, Beautiful Soup. In this way, we have got some modules for this. For embedded applications, the most famous embedded application, Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation. For audio and video applications, many audio and video applications are getting developed today using Python. And for CAD or 3D CAD applications, Python has got modules for computer vision For face detections, object detections, color detections, right? Python is used. Python for data analysis and for robotics with Python and for desktop applications, single user applications, console applications, Python is preferred. And who are using Python today? Topmost applications built using Python. And the companies using Python, like Google is the best example of Python web application. Yahoo using Python. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service, right? Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python and ML, machine learning. Instagram built by using Python, right? And because of its Python multi-programming features, hybrid features, it is preferred. And NASA using Python today for research and development activities. Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, Dropbox, these are the applications built using Python. Netflix using Python for security, automation, and subscription related things. Massively multiplayer online games. Massively multiplayer online games, right? Maya. Anyone facing any problem related to this audio or the meeting?
Awesome.
No, right?
I have one question.
Yes.
Yeah, for data analysis, what we should learn in Python exactly? For
Data
mm,
for data
yeah,
analyst or for data science?
data analyst.
Data analyst like Python concepts. Python concepts like not advanced concepts. Like we have got some concepts like uh, modules concept. See, I was saying like you are supposed to see uh, by procedural oriented programming, modular programming mostly required for that. Procedural oriented and modular programming.
Okay. So for data science, you said NumPy, pandas, no? Like just like that for data analysis, is there anything else?
So even this also like matplotlib, especially matplotlib is mostly preferred. That module that we are going to cover, right? Plottings, visualizations, right? For that is one of the module we can be using, and also like Python core programming and some
Okay.
modular programming concepts of modules is required.
And also Seaborn will be covered, so
Seaborn,
Seaborn.
no, no, here we are discussing pandas, NumPy, and matplotlib.
Mat. Okay. So for learning Python, it's like mandatory to learn from
See,
the
okay,
core
one
and then
second. For your
yeah.
general queries, I'll be giving time for you at the end of the session. So everyone will keep
Okay.
asking the queries. The demo will be disturbed, right?
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
So here, there was just massively multiplayer online games. Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script. iRobot for military and commercial operations. BitTorrent, BitTorrent using Python. For hardware testing, companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they use Python for hardware testing purpose. And reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular means it was introduced. Deepak Kumar, it is issue from your side, right? It's you are getting disconnected again and reconnecting through another meeting. Nobody is facing that issue because of your network problem. I think you are facing that problem, right? Check your network connectivity, right? Yes. So here reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Very less code we see in Python. Today I'll be briefing you about the coding of Python also, how simple it looks as compared with other programming, not even one-fourth coding, right? And simple syntaxes, the simple syntaxes it won't looks complex. Very simple, like just like normal English statements. Interactive mode, we can interact with the Python statement by statement. For every statement, it gives response. Multi-programming features. What all the features we see in different other programmings, all the features available here with Python. Just now I was discussing about, right? So wide varieties of applications we can develop using Python. Just now I discussed the varieties of applications. Many built-in libraries, thousands of modules or libraries Python is providing, right? Yes. Now, Python comparison with other programming. Python comparison with other programming, right? Yes. Just I'll take a code and I'll implement the code in multiple programming languages and I'll show you the code. Compare the code, compare the complexity and compare the length of that code, right? So just I'll take a task, like task is accept two numbers, accept two values, accept two values from the user keyboard. And perform addition. First I'll write this using, first I'm going to write this using Java. Python and Java are the two major programming languages, right? So first in Java, right? If you have got knowledge in Java, just to go to the following code, import java.io.star, right? Just to see this class sample. This is the Java code. So people who doesn't have knowledge on Java, just it looks a little complex to understand these statements. Class sample, public static void main, string args, S capital, throw cyber exception. Input stream reader, new input stream reader, input stream reader, new input stream reader of system.in, right? Buffer reader, new buffer reader, ISR, system.out.println, system.out.println, enter the first number. So whatever you are accepting, right? Okay, enter the first number, you are entering the first number, whatever number, right? It is taken as string format, br dot read line. Yes. Later convert to integer type to perform addition, right? Int I. Integer dot parse int. System.out.println, enter the second number, right? Enter the second number. String S2. So I'm just copied the same lines, these three statements, right? Again, I copied for the second number, string S2, int j, integer dot parse int of S2. Every statement should end with semicolon. And finally saying a system dot out dot println, right? Saying I plus j. This is the coding in Java. Just I'll take 2 minutes, right? In showing you the execution of both Python and Java. So I'm copying this to a separate notepad file. Notepad file, right? Yes. I'm pasting it and saving it. So just I'm taking I'm creating a separate folder for this. Python 9 p.m. Python 9 p.m. batch. I'm creating a folder with this Python 9 p.m. batch. What is sample dot java? Save it like sample dot java, right? Say enter. Yes, save it. Now at the bottom search panel, I'm typing cmd. Go to the command prompt. cd slash and go to the path where that file is available. Python 9 p.m. batch. Within that Java C sample dot Java, I'm compiling this. So if any errors, will display the errors. If no errors, we can run the code. No errors here. Java sample, right? We'll ask, enter the first number 10, enter the second number 20. Yes. The second number sum is what? 30. Sum is what? 30. So just observe this code. I don't know like how many of you have understood this code, right? It looks little complex to understand, right? Means if you're new to this programming, right? What is class? What is public static void main? What is IO exception? What is input stream reader, buffer reader? What is read line? What is integer dot parse in every statement, there is some complex word you can see, right? So, and that too, the coding taking nearly 10 to 12 lines, right? The same task I'll implement in Python, not more than 3 lines. Check this. Just I'm opening this Python shell. So this is the Python shell, right? File, new file. Just so I want to add 3 numbers. Sorry, I want to add 2 numbers, right? For adding 2 numbers, I require X value and Y value. So through input function, I'll be inputting the value through keyboard. So here, enter value of X, enter whatever you give, enter value of X or enter first number, whatever you type within these double quotes, right? That will be printed as it is. Enter value of X or enter first number, whatever is it. Enter value of Y, print X plus Y. That's it. This is the code in Python. For the same task, what we have seen, right? Using Java, this is the code for you in Python. Do you see any complex word here? First line, enter the value of X. Second line, enter the value of Y. Third line, print X plus Y. Just like normal English statements, you see that? No complex word here. Very simple, not even 1/4 coding, right? As compared with other programmings. So here also, just like Java, whatever you enter will be taken as a string. You need to convert to int. Very simple. Int of, you need to say, that's it. Three, just int of. Keep everything within the int. Later I discuss in brief about these things, but just to see the code. Int of. So before you are assigning the value to X, convert to integer and assign. Convert to integer and assign. That's it. Save it. I created a separate folder, right? In the C drive, right? Check this Python 9 p.m. Python 9 p.m. match. Just with some name test1.py. With the .py extension, I'm saving, right? Now just say run a run module, right? Enter value of X 10. Enter value of Y 20. Sum is 30. That's it. Very simple. I'll show you some more examples. Just some sample snippets of Python. You can just check. As some of them, just they were asking like whether the coding looks very complex. Just check with this. I got some values like this. I'm taking some random values like 40, 10, 30, 20, 50, right? In other programming like C or Java, we say array, but here list of values. Printx prints that list as it is. It is going to print this as it is. For example, today, like some lot of transactions, for example, transactions has happened. You are storing all this as part of this squared bracket list, we say. The squared bracket, we say list of transactions. I want to know how many transactions has happened today. Means I want to know the number of elements or number of transactions. These are all that price values. Len of x, just to give the length of the list means how many elements are there, you can see. And if I want to know the max transaction or the my element with the max value, just say max of x, that's it. Gives the max value, that is 50. In other programming, we need to write a lot of code, right? Comparing with each and every element, you need to iterate by using a loop and finally returning it. And similarly, if you want to find the min value, min of x, you want to find the total revenue generated for all the transactions, or I want 40 plus 10 plus 30 plus 20 plus 50. If you got some more than 100 elements, I want the sum of all those, right? So for that, print sum of x returns the sum of all the elements, right? Returns the sum of all these elements. Okay, sum of x. If I, okay, just check this output first. So test2 dot py. Just if I execute here, run option is there, run module. Number of elements 5, max element 50, min element 10. Sum of all these elements 150. If I want to arrange all this in a particular order, in ascending order, sorted of x, that's it. Sorted of x. Run module. Sorted in ascending order, you can see. If I want in descending order, no separate function available. The same thing, sorted of x, you will get in ascending. The ascending, if you reverse it, you will get in descending, right? Reverse that. Reverse equal to true, you can say. You will get in descending order. Reverse equal to true. Descending order. There are 5 elements. I want to add a new element to it. I want to append a new element. To which list? X is the list. What you want to append? There is a method called append. Which element? 60. Yes, 60 gets appended. You want to add a new element, appending a new element, right? Just to the X list, I'm appending a new element to 60. Print it. You will get the 60 gets added at the last. Similarly, I want to remove the element 40 from this list. X dot remove, directly you say remove. Remove 40 means 40 gets removed. Now, after that, try to print that X again. What elements are there in the text? Now you check. 40, you won't see 40 now. 40 got removed. Remove 40 means 40 gets removed. So in this way, simple. Remove 40, append 60, sort sum, min, max, right? Same. And I said thousands of modules Python is providing, right? Thousands of modules Python is providing. Just I'll show you that importance of the model. Now observe two things here. One is the importance of modules and that coding of Python, how it looks. So I'll just give you one example of a commonly used module like math module. I want to see what is present within this module math. So print the directory of math, dir of math. Print the directory of math. Yes, I'm saving it with maths.py. So run module. So this is the directory of the math module. We have got many pi, power, square root, tan h, tau, right? You have got some variable like e, variable like pi. I want to print this value of this e and pi. Pi is 3.14, right? So print what you want to print within the math module. Within the math module, there is a variable like pi. I want to print it. Print within the math module, there is a variable like e. I want to print its value. Hmm. Run module, pi value and e value. Pi value is 3.14, e value is 2.71. Right? Similarly, for example, there is some functionality like square root. You don't know how to use the square root, how to work with the square root property. So Python is going to help you. There is a just like a print function, there is help function in Python. Same. Help. Help on what? Within the math module, I want SQRT help on that. Check it, run it. So it is saying help on built-in function square root in the module math. Yes, square root, you need to provide one value x. If you are providing some value x, I will return the square root of that x. It is saying clearly. Provide one value. I'll return the value of it. So just say, you got the syntax right now, general format. Within the math module, there is SQRT functionality. You provide one value, it is saying I'm providing the value 16. It returns the square root of 16. Run it, run module, right? 4 is the output, right?
Sir, one question over here. What is
Mm.
that slash forward slash there?
So we have got some types of arguments in this Python, right? Default arguments, non-default arguments, keyword, non-keyword, and arbitrary arguments, right? So the slash indicates it's a kind of non-default argument. So non-default. Later in the functions concept, I'll be discussing it. So previously it is used to give a comment. What is the slash also? It's a kind of non-default argument, right? Nothing to do with that. Just to provide one value, it returns the value. Right? It is just an indicator that what is that x. Okay. Now, okay, just check this one more. We want to take that. So got the output as 4 square root of 16. Any other functionality, for example, POW is there. I want help on that. What is that POW? Help on within the math module, there is POW, right? Power. So just I want help on it. Help on built-in function power in the module math. Power is expecting two values. Provide two values x comma y. If you provide two values, I will return. It is saying it will return x to the power of y. This is the symbol for power in Python. Power symbol, right? Clearly it is saying this is the x to the power of y in the bracket. Clearly it is saying that is x to the power of y. Now I'll provide two values. Check it, print within the math module. There is a power functionality. I need to provide two values, 10 comma 3. 10 comma 3 is nothing but 10 to the power of 3, that is 1000. Yes, provides the value 1000. In this way, you can check with any module. Thousands of modules, like you just now you said, for data analyst, for data science, for data engineering, right? You've got many modules Python is providing. You can see the directory of that module. You want to check any functionality, say help on that functionality, and just use it. You will get the general format for it. So dir, right? It's not related to that. It's dir is a built-in function, just like print function, helper function. Dir is a built-in function of Python. All the functions of Python, they appear in violet color. The previous example you can check, right? The previous example, len is a function, like just like print. Len is a built-in function. Max is a built-in function. Min, sum, sorted. All these built-in functions, right? They appear in violet color. All these are the built-in functions. In the same way, these are the built-in functionality, right? Which one? dir and help also, right? It's not like OS, not related to OS. No, no, no. It is a property. It's a functionality. Even if you are working on Linux, the code is not going to change. Even if you are writing the code in Linux or in Mac, no change in the code. Your environment changes, but your code never changed, right? In any of the operating system. And later I'll be discussing on many IDs. In real time, we use integrated development environments like PyCharm, Jupyter, Anaconda, that is Anaconda distributions like a Jupyter Notebook, Spider. In all this, I'm going to discuss. In that coding won't be changed. Everything what only the environment, how you execute the code. These things will be fine. For example, I said it is very simple generating graphs in Python. I'll just show you a couple of examples. How simple generating graph in Python. Hope I'll make you understand the code 100%. Means without any knowledge of Python, you understand this. There is a module for plotting. People for especially for this data analyst, this module will be used a lot. Import matplotlib for plottings, right? Matplotlib. Within this, we have got some built-in functionality. Sorry. Dot pyplot. Import matplotlib. This is the mod. Within this, we have got a built-in functionality like pyplot. So every time to use this much big name in my program, every statement I need to use this. Instead of using this very big name, I can use a shortcut name or alias name. See, in the previous example, every time math dot math dot math dot math dot math dot. Here also I need to say this. Instead of using this very big name, always I'll use a shortcut name, alias name as P or PLT, any name you can say. To generate a graph, there is a function called plot function is available. There is a function called plot function, plot, right? Plot. For plotting a graph, you require x coordinates and y coordinates. I'm taking x coordinates first. 1, 2, some x coordinate values, 1, 2, 3 are the x coordinates. Now y coordinates, 5, 7, 4. One, two, three, 5, 7, 4. One, two, three, 5, 7, 4. These are x coordinates. These are y coordinates. That's it. Plot a graph from this x coordinates and y coordinates. That's it. That's it. PLT dot show. Just show the graph. Any name graph 1 dot py, right? Run it. Run module. Check it. A graph will be generated. Very simple, right? Just 2 lines code. A graph is generated. Check it. See here, x coordinate 1 means y is 5. 1, y is 5. When x is 2, y is 7. X is 2, y is 7. When x is 3, y is 4. Y is 4 here. Check it. Y is 4. For example, okay, a small task. Some age values 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, 60 years. Age values. For them, the salaries are like this. For 30 years, 30,000 is the salary. For 40 years, 40,000 is the salary. For 50 years, like 35,000 is the salary. For 60 years, 50,000. Sorry, 50,000 is the salary, right? So now generate a graph for this age values and salary values. Run it, run module. A graph is generated like this. Check it. For 30, 30,000. For 40, 40,000. Can you see here? 40,000. For 50, it is 35,000. For 60, it is 50,000. Okay. A graph is generated. You got a solid graph, the two in blue color. But I doesn't want a blue color. I want some green color or some red color, some different color I want it. I want the color as green. So whichever color you want to set for the graph, you can set it. There are many properties. And that too, I doesn't want this. I want dotted graph, whichever style you want, right? Yes, check it. Just at the end of this, after this, give comma, what you want, dotted style. Dotted style you want. And what is the color you want? You said green. That's it. Very simple. Do you see any complex statements here? X coordinates, Y coordinate, dotted graph, color green. Plot it and show. That's it. Run module. Okay. Can you see a dotted like dotted graph, color green color? But these values, what are these values? Age, I want some label here. I want some label for this salary as one label, for this age as, and I want some title for this graph. How simple, right? Generating those values, those things, check it. I want some label for the x axis. I want some label for the y axis. I want some title, right? Just say plt dot x label. I want x axis label. What is the x axis label? You want age. There's a built-in functionality. X label means it's a built-in functionality to give some x axis label. Plt dot y label. Y axis label I want to give. This is also a built-in functionality. What is that? Salary. And I want some title. Plt dot title I want. Title for that. What is that? Sample graph or anything. Any name you can provide. Sample graph. Check it. Run module, right? Yes. Can you see some label as age here? Some label as salary here for y coordinate. And for some title, you can see sample graph. Do you see any complex words or statements here? X-axis label age, y-axis label salary, title is sample graph, x coordinates, y coordinates, dotted graph, color green, right? Simple, right? These things I'll be discussing in brief with many examples, right? With many different graphs, right? Nearly 40 to 50 graphs I'll show as examples for this matplotlib module, right? Okay, very just one last example I'll show you. Just here instead of plot, if I give BAR there, bar graph will be generated. If I give HIST here, histogram will be generated. If I give here PIE, pie graph will be generated. Scatter, if I give scatter, very simple. We have got built-in functionalities for that generating different graphs. So here, just check this. One last example. I want a pie graph. I want to analyze how are the sales in the month of August. For example, sales of what? Mobiles. Some mobile sales. Say like Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, OnePlus, mobile, Samsung, Vivo, Oppo. Sales are like this. For Samsung, 45 sales. For Vivo, 10 sales. For Oppo, 15 sales. For this 30, which one? OnePlus, 30 sales in the month of August. So just I want a pie graph to be generated. I want a pie graph, PL dot pie, PIE, a pie graph. Pie graph based on what? So these are the sales of August sales, August sales. I want a pie graph based on August sales I want. And in the output, some labels, I want some labels. Labels, what labels? Nothing but the mobile names only I want to use as the labels. So just say mobiles names only as the labels. PLD dot show. That's it. Check it. A pie graph with the different colors, it is going to be generated. A pie graph with the different colors, automatically it is going to get generated, right? Just run this, run module. Can you see a pie graph which has got more cells? Samsung has got more sales, right? Check it, 45. Next, OnePlus has got more sales. Next, Oppo and Vivo. If you want different colors, if you want to set your own color, you can set. If you want some shadows, if you want many other features are available. Later, I'll be discussing all this in brief with the different types of graphs. Okay, fine. I hope you have understood this without any Python knowledge. They look like normal English statements. Not only this, any complex graphs also, right? Any complex graphs also, right? For example, okay. In this way, you can generate any types of graphs, right? Yes. So this is what sample coding. From tomorrow, we'll be starting with the actual technicals, right? So tomorrow, just I'm going with before tomorrow, I'll be showing you the installation of Python, how to download Python, how to install Python, uh, Python Software Foundation (PSF), Python execution modes, different modes of execution, right? Everything I'll be briefing you tomorrow. So fine. So just to go through this is the course content from this basic level to the advanced level. Everything is covered, right? So I'll be discussing some many modules. So here, Python basics, history, applications, features, versions, installation, flavors, Python operations, constants, data types, variables, comments, type conversions, operators in Python, different operators, different IDEs, integrated development environments, Anaconda, Jupyter, Spider, PyCharm, right? Flow control statements, looping statements, strings, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, collections in Python, Python lists, Python tuples, Python sets. So lists, a lot of discussion on list. This list properties, list indexing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested list modifications. Similarly, for tuples, sets, and dictionaries, these are the collections in Python. Functions, categories, their arguments, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword. Different types of functions like lambda function, filter function, reduce function, map function, modules in Python, package in Python, errors and exception handling, file handling, object-oriented programming concepts, or regular expressions, right? Database access, okay, Python database connectivity. I'll show you the installation of one database and connecting with database, various SQL operations, transaction management, handling errors, date and time module, and operating system module. Advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closures, decorators, web scraping, working with CSV, XML, JSON files, graphical programming, Excel workbook, working with Excel workbook, right? And data analytics like Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, working examples, introduction to data science, Python Pandas model in brief, Python NumPy model in brief, and Matplotlib model in brief. Right? These 30 topics will be discussed as part of Python Core and Advanced. And people who wants to go for Python full stack, right? Yes, that for them like Django framework of Python for web applications creations, web development, the Django installation, entire project architecture. If you want to create a project in Python, right, compulsory this Django framework required. MVT architecture we follow. In Java, MVC. In Python, MVT architecture. The Django project architecture. Different types of PY files are there. URLs, settings, admin, models, views, each and every file will be discussed one by one. As part of this project structure, you will be seeing these files. The Django applications creations means this totally deals with the creation of project. Yes, different types of applications creations, project creations, the Django views, templates, the Django admin models for creating database, advanced concepts like ORM, Faker models for all this. And for understanding all this, even the prerequisites will be discussed like UI technologies, HTML in brief, CSS in brief, and JavaScript also will be discussed, right? And a database like MySQL will be discussed, right? So apart from this, I said, apart from Django framework, one more framework I'm going to say freely, right? That is Flask framework. So in the yesterday, I was briefing you about these things, right? So for Python, core and advanced, nearly 70 hours I'll be spending. It's not like 45 hours course. The 70 hours I'll be spending around 2 months it takes, 2 to 2.5 months it takes. 6,000 is the course fee. In brief, in depth, we'll be discussing related to different high-end modules like a NumPy module. You can just compare the course content with other training sites, which will be very brief in depth. We'll be discussing, especially the modular programming where Python has got great boom, especially the advanced modules like NumPy. See, you can just check in Google, right? Just check 1 second. Why I'm saying jobs on Pandas, Matplotlib, NumPy. Many jobs are available on this if you know these three modules. So here you can see here, Pandas, NumPy, senior Python developer, Pandas and Django, NumPy, Pandas, Python developer, data scientist also, right? So you got lot of jobs for 34,000 Python, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib job vacancies. You can see in any other training sites, these models are not covered. Other training sites, you can just compare NumPy, Pandas. These are the important libraries of Python. With this, if you have got knowledge, jobs are available, I'm saying, right? 34,000 Python, NumPy, okay? And apart from this, I said, you have got, as I was showing you like Python jobs. Python jobs, right? Yes. Lot of jobs for Python, right? If you have got knowledge, right? 1,64,564 Python openings, job openings. And also like if you got knowledge on this Django framework, people might be knowing Python, I said, but people who knows Django are very less. You update with this Django, right? And Django jobs, lot of jobs for this Django framework. So here you can see like 12,000 plus Django developer jobs in India, right? You can check less people knows about this Django framework. So in this Django framework, I'm saying like 15 to 20 applications I'll make you develop, right? With that, you will get a great command on this framework. And apart from that, I said I'm going to provide one more framework knowledge on this Flask framework, right? So yes, this Flask framework I am going to provide freely for this batch, right? And MySQL and a project for all these topics 2 to 6 also. I'm spending 70 hours around nearly 2 to 2.5 months it takes. 7,000 is the course fee for Python and frameworks. 70 hours for Python, 70 hours from web frameworks, 140 hours. 13,000 is that, but if you are taking the total package with a single payment, right, it's 12,000. Timing of this batch will be 9 p.m. IST. As I said, there won't be any change in the timing. The offerings will be getting all the session videos. Each and every session, 30 session videos will be getting, right? If you're talking about a full stack, if you're for Python, 70 hours, nearly 70 to 80 videos you'll be getting, right? Soft copy of the class notes, assignments and tasks. A WhatsApp group will be created for technical discussions. If you got any errors, anything you can post in that. 300 plus code examples and 20 plus applications creations in the Django framework. Okay. Interview questions, I'll be providing you with that. And there's one more package I said, big data package is available. Yes. Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, Python. This Python, this whatever this 2 months course, core and advanced is a part of this big data package. If you're taking this package, you'll be getting this Python also, right? That will be from Monday to Friday. Yes, even this is our batch will be from Monday to Friday, right? Then 9 p.m. you can just go with the same timings or any other batch of mine. And this will be Hadoop, PySpark, and Linux will be on Saturdays and Sundays. Saturday 2 hours, Sunday 2 hours will be for 12 weekends. For all this, the package is 15,000. If you want both the package, big data package and Python package, both, just add 5,000 to this. You will get all these frameworks also. All these UI technologies, Django, Flask. Yes. So here, these are separate technology. These are three separate technologies, right? The UI technologies is a separate course. The Django framework and Flask is separate things, right? So everything as a part of it, we are given for a reasonable price. So this is what the entire details of this course. From tomorrow, we'll go with the actual part. Technically, we'll be going with the technical things. Any other queries from your side? Videos are not downloadable. We can only play the videos and check, right? Videos you can just play. That too, you'll be getting to your Google Drive. You'll be getting to your Google Drive. You can just play the videos. They are not downloadable. You can see a big message given by the online team, by the DURGASOFT, right? About this. If anyone, if you have missed the yesterday session, right? You can see the demo video. A link is given. You can check in that. And course content of Python full stack, and the payment details, the other things, right? And the contact details of the online team for any other things if you want to call them or message them, right? So, and some other queries, right? On Saturdays, do we have classes? Ramya Sweta, right? Saturdays, no, Monday to Friday will be our classes, right? Monday to Friday. Sometimes on Saturdays, sometimes not every, right? Sometimes I'll be taking, but not all the Saturdays.
Sir, one question I have.
Yes.
Sir, I don't have any knowledge, prior knowledge, we can say. So with this 2 month, I will be comfortable enough to work in, sir.
See, one
Python
thing,
work.
today's session totally I took for the people who are from non-programming background. That's
Yes.
why I was showing you some examples, right? Because some people were asking, can I go with that Python code? That's why I was showing you examples related to this Python today, and some graphs also related to Python, right? Just if you see the same things in other programming, right, it will be very complex to understand.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's
sir, I got that point, sir. Actually, my point is that ki within 2 months, we will be comfortable enough with this much thing once
see
we
one
can.
thing, 70 hours,
Yeah.
whatever
Yes,
is
sir. My doubt also same actually. Is it possible to complete the entire core and advanced Python 70 hours? That means 2 months?
70 hours, I'll give that even in this.
Because you said the class is weekly 5 days only. So
Mhm.
that's only I'm asking.
So around 2 months, right? 2.5 months it may go. Yes.
Yeah, because one of my friend already joined your academy only, but due to some medical issues, the faculty left their last 10 classes. That's
So
why I'm asking.
what is that? No, no,
I
no.
don't want to mention his name, faculty name, but these things have happened actually last time.
See, I have handled nearly 150 Python batches.
Yes, sir. That's only I'm attending your demo classes. Just I want to know the
1 second, 150 Python batches here and nearly more batches in Nourish Technologies, other things. I have handled a lot of more than 250 batches for Python I have handled. This is from the last 10 years. So here, if you see, all these are the Django batches, all these are the Python batches, HTML, these things, right? All these are, this is not new to me. So 1 second, see the batch numbers, 123, 124, batch number 137, 138, 140, 150, batch numbers, right? Can you see 155 batch? Yes, in the for that, all that their notes per batch wise notes will be forwarded, right? Means in a day, morning 3 batches, evening 6 batches I'll be covering for in a single day.
yeah, okay, sir. Thank you.
So batch wise the notes, whatever I need to forward, and even if you see the course, whatever that notes will be very much clear, right? Even if you go for Django applications, right? Creations, Django applications creations, right? As I said, if you talk about this applications creations, Django apps, you see my project 1, 2, 3, I said just 15 to 20, but more than 20, you can see 30 for this different, see here, I said what I said in this 15 to 20 applications I'll make you develop. But what you see, my project 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, more than if I feel more comfortable, that I'll be keep on discussing that applications. See for any Django batch, you can see 17 for this 17. Okay. So yes,
Yeah,
no,
sure, sir. Thank you.
notes will be clear for this. So 1 second. So whatever I said, the syllabus, everything will be covered. Whatever I discussed, right? Everything is going to be covered, right? Whatever I said. Not only this, I'll be also dealing with data engineering courses like big data courses, and also like I'll also deal with Azure data engineering courses, right? Azure ADE courses, right? Yes, fine. Yeah,
Sir, actually, I'm searching for Python plus automation, I mean Python plus Selenium. So for that thing, thinking to join this Python course. So
yes, yes.
for that, you have any classes for Selenium in this?
The separate batches are available for Selenium, but some other faculty will be taking it.
Okay.
Yes. So here,
So, how many
yeah.
months for Python and the full stack Python things? Like, how many hours do you cover in the?
It takes nearly 4.5 months for entire thing. 140 hours, etc.
Okay.
Nearly
Okay.
four
And
and
the
four.
timings are same, sir, Monday to Friday, 9 to 10.
So that's what timing won't be changed in the timing 9 to 10, 9 to 10, right? For Python,
Okay.
for
Okay.
Python 9 to 10, and people, most of the students, right? They can go parallelly Monday to Friday. You can attend this Python sessions. Meanwhile, Saturdays, Sundays, I'll be having this. Many batches of this will be running on Saturdays and Sundays. So if you are attending parallelly, if you want to reduce the time bound, right? Saturdays and
Mm-hmm.
Sundays means a Python core. Now you have started with Python core.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, you will be attending this. This doesn't require any Python knowledge. HTML,
Okay.
CSS, JavaScript. But this takes nearly 1 month to complete UI technologies. Means nearly like
Okay.
3 weeks it takes. By the time Python core completes, this is going to be completed. By the time when you come to the Django framework, this advanced Python will be started. That you can do it parallel. So that
Okay.
time will be decreased. Means if we will go for the days and days, right? If you keep on
Yeah.
discussing that example. So that's what I will refer, I advise people to go with in this way. Otherwise, you can attend any of my batch, which is you can enroll with this full stack. You can attend any of
Mm-hmm.
my Django framework batches whenever I start it. Multiple
Okay.
batches will be there. You can attend any of the batch. Yes.
Okay. Do we get notified, sir, for
A WhatsApp group is there, in that you will be getting all the notifications. And our new batch is getting started, right? A WhatsApp group
okay.
for every batch. I'll create a WhatsApp. The WhatsApp group, because I don't know, all the faculties of this DurgaSoft won't maintain. I am maintaining from myself. That is not from the DurgaSoft. That WhatsApp group will be from my side. Means to interaction with the students. Means technically, all that for
Okay.
technical aspects, any errors, anything, right? Anything, any assignments, tasks, any solutions for that. Anybody can interact in that. Anybody can you answer to that. If anybody ask any query, I'll be answering, right? Yes. That's what. Just know
So with
some.
all the syllabus and the contents which you're showing up, right? After completing of this course, we'll be able to handle the project, sir, in the real time
Yes,
as a
yes.
developer.
So this many 140 hours we are spending, right? So
Yeah.
that's who you are developing like 15 to 20 applications where you will get a great command on that application creations.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
definitely,
because not from a programming side.
yes, yes.
So that is the thing. So I'm fresher as a programmer. So I was a Oracle DBA,
Mhm.
but as a developer, I'm starting like a fresher. So will I be able to manage in the real-time project if I start working as a developer after completing this course?
So one
That was my
second.
question.
So actually the prerequisites for this Django framework or this is prerequisites are this HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Actually, you need to have that knowledge. That also I'm
Okay.
providing. HTML,
Okay.
CSS, and JavaScript. Actually, this you need to have the knowledge already, but I am providing this knowledge also. This also I'm
Okay.
providing UI technologies, right? It's a separate course actually. UI technologies, right? HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and also
Okay.
part of Bootstrap I'll be discussing, right? Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
One thing is being regular to the sessions and interacting during the sessions. For each and every statement I type, you people will be keep on responding. That is what interactive sessions means. You will be kept in unmuted status. Any point, if you've got any query, you can ask, or you can also type in the chat, right? Yes. And some once, yes, some other queries were asked. You have enrolled for Hadoop. Can you add me on Azure module also? Anil, N, you can just give a message about that thing, right? Separately. Already you got enrolled for Hadoop, means you should have got that WhatsApp group for it, and also that number of man. You can message me personally for that, right? So if you want to get added to that multiple courses. So even if you in multiple courses, I'll be dealing with like data engineering courses, like Python courses, right? Python total full stack. For all this, Python is involved, right? For data engineering, for data science, for data analyst, for all this, Python is the prerequisite. Common, right? Fine.
So I have one question.
Yes, go
Okay.
ahead.
If you're not going for UI technologies parallelly, after completing that code and advanced, it will be the same timings. It will be around 9 p.m.
See, one thing.
Yeah.
One thing I'll make it clear now itself, right?
Okay.
So, for example, developing applications, this 1 hour is not sufficient. Off application today, tomorrow off application, day after tomorrow off application, right? It is so that's why I'm asking to prefer in the weekends where at a time 2 3 hours people can spend and work with that application, right? Again, restarting the service, the whatever, restarting the server, giving request again. That's why if it is good to have a weekend uh, for this Django things, most of the batches will be on the weekends, right? So that too,
Timings, sir?
and that too, in the mornings it will be most of the time in the mornings it will be right before 12 o'clock in the morning. And that too, what I say is it doesn't mean that if there are some students in some batch, all the students will be preferring full stack. In some batch, only like very less, only 10% will be preferring the full stack. For that, for 5 4 5 people, a separate batch cannot be run, right? That's the reason.
Okay.
So that's what
Then
most of the batches will be on that Saturdays. So that too, people can attend parallelly with less number of days you can go. But for Python Core and Advanced, the timing is not going to be changed. And
and
for
yeah,
that
UI.
framework and that UI technologies, You can attend any of my batch which is going to be started, right? Any
Can you tell me the timings approximate if it is not fixed for UI?
Saturdays, Sundays, mostly like 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
8
Do you
o'clock.
have
So
anything in the evening, sir, or for the weekend? Anything in the evening or at night?
Saturdays, Sundays, evenings, not the right time, right? People, most of them won't prefer the Saturday evenings.
Okay.
Okay,
Sir, one more thing, sir.
next.
For coding, sir, we require that database or data structure and that all thing. So that will be covered in this thing.
See, data structures means like a list, tuple, sets, dictionaries. I am going to be covered here.
Okay.
List, tuple, sets, and dictionaries, right? That is the mostly used ones in Python. That is going to be covered in brief. For nearly 1 week, we'll be spending time on that lists, tuples, sets, and dictionaries. But as you are talking about the other data structures like stacks, queues, right? We won't be using much in our applications, right?
Sir, I'm asking this because we have some standard while writing the code in company or something like that. So we have some standard. So that's the reason I think that DSA means data structure we are using mostly for that. So that's the reason I'm asking for this thing.
This is the course content I'm going to discuss, right? I just said whatever I'm going to cover.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, with this, sir, means we are comfortable enough to write codes and with a standard level that way.
See one thing, as part of the course, I said 70 to 80 hours it goes. In that, procedural oriented with Python, object oriented with Python, scripting and modular programming with Python. These 4 things are going to be covered. That is what the hybrid features of Python. Okay. So if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, I will sign off for now. Meet you tomorrow. Tomorrow also everyone can attend the session same time at 9 p.m. using tomorrow and day after tomorrow also everybody can attend the session same time using the same link, right? More discussion on this, fine. So thank you all for your time.
Sir,
Good
thank
night.
you, sir. But I
Thank
want
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
hello.
Yes.
Sir, my question for the same only. I don't want to be, data structure something like that, but I want to just ask that if we write code, simply writing code means the thing which
You are looking for what data structures?
data structure means to write a standard code in coding languages in company that we are writing. So for that data structure needed or directly we can write the code which we will show in that one.
So we are going to use some IDEs, integrated development environments we are going to use.
Okay.
IDEs, we are going to write the code in that codes like we use like PyCharm IDE we'll be
PyCharm,
using.
yeah.
We'll be using Spider IDE, VS Code IDE we'll be using, VS Code, Visual Studio Code we'll be using, PyCharm, and even for data science environment, Jupyter Notebook is used. And
Plus, I
even for
got that he PyCharm is there, PyCharm and all thing I know. But the point is, key when we are writing code, no, then we are having some standard in codes. For example, we will write for if we are using some name, so we are creating one dictionary and we are using that name for complete code or complete application. We are using that
Mhm.
that way, sir. Means I'm not able to try to means I'm not able to get over that point.
Yes, yes. We'll be using that standards means
Sir, if you know Hindi, then can I say one word?
say it.
एक्चुअली सर क्या होता है कि हम लोग जब कोड लिखते हैं तो स्टैंडर्ड कोड लिखते हैं फॉर एग्जांपल कैसा कि हमें कोई नाम देना है तो हम ऐसा हम हर जगह नाम नहीं लिखेंगे हम उसे एक डिक्शनरी बना लेंगे कि अगर हमको नाम चेंज करना हो तो
1 second. I understood your query, but okay, in that depending upon project to project, they'll be providing all that fields. We need to use the same fields means okay, we are supposed to use those fields. Means they'll be providing it. Here, okay, depending upon whatever that they are providing, based on that you can go.
ओके सर
Company that project standards will be there, company to company or project to project, there'll be some standards fields we need to use. We need to use the same fields. It's not a big thing, right?
Yeah, sir.
You
Okay.
can provide the names. Yes.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So meet you tomorrow. Yes. Same time at 9 p.m. Same name, right? Fine. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you much.